I am have technology issues. I'm not sure what's going on, but at least I got the camera going, and oops, and you can see my hands. Okay, so we're gonna go with that today because I'm not at home, and we're not sure what's going on. So just bear with me. This is what we're going to be making right here because I want to get light and show you what we got going on. So it's the Country Birdhouse. If you didn't know yet, it is launch day, right, for the new catalog. So this is the new catalog. And bear with me just a little bit here because, like I said, I was sitting up here trying to get things started, and we had technology glitches. But I'm not sure I solved them all. My techie gave me a thumbs up. At least I got the camera working. So there you go. So we are actually going to make a treat birdhouse, all right? And if you've seen this before, somebody asked me the other day what are the measurements for this and everything else, and I do have that. Like I said, I just got a little distracted because of the fact that things weren't working, right? So it's always sort of frustrating when things aren't working, and I'm looking to see. I might just have to post it for you because it's just a little chaotic here. So, but I do know this is a 5.5 by 6 3/4. All right, and we have scored it on the short side here, and we have scored it here on the length side. Like I said, I can put the measurements out there for you later. But it just makes a bright, easy way to make a treat box. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, and I've got some adhesive here. Believe it or not, I have my adhesive kit with me. Brought everything with me. Now, the only thing I don't have is the color. But anyway, anyhow, we're just going to work through this and get through it, right? We're not going to sweat the small stuff. I can color it and show you the finished product coloring. But it was like, just to get live, it's like, oh my gosh. You know? So, I don't know what your day's like, but I started off great. And then I have technology issues. So, my techie was kind enough to at least text me back and forth since we are 7.5 hours away from each other today since I'm out of town. Well, it didn't matter. She works anyway, right? So I can't just like go get her anytime I want, right? So anyway, she's at least walked me through, gave me a thumbs up, and at least got us live. All right? So that's that only took about 45 minutes plus, but hey, we're live. Okay, so I would say it's the smallest of things, right? But it did seem monumental. All right, so here's what goes. So I've actually got the treat holder here. So when you ask how to do the treat holder, that's how we do the treat holder. Now, you could go in and put some glue dots if you want to in there, but I usually stuff this so it doesn't matter, right? All right, so now there's a lot of dies. Let me show you. There's a lot of dies in this set, and I die cut a lot of this. Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, I didn't touch it, cut anything. I'm trying to think, but yeah, I did. So you see that. So I get to build the birdhouse from these pieces, right? And I did a little extra something. So I'm going to set this right here. I'm not going to put it on there yet. I'm first going to build the birdhouse. So I really like it because it sits there and shows you all the pieces. Now I do know this one. These two pieces are 2 3/4 by 3, and these are going to actually go right here. So I'm not going to adhere this to the birdhouse right now, but I am at least going to use it as a background as I build my birdhouse, so it gives me an idea what it's going to look like, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put this on the bottom of the birdhouse, and this is just all cut from paper, right? So when you get the Country Wood Suite, right, it's got all this beautiful paper. So I'm just going to put this right down here. Okay. I've actually got some wooden little birdhouses to paint with a granddaughter, right? So, all right, let's get that there. And then we're going to start the little pieces first. So the nice thing is when you die cut it's going to butt up right here to each side. And it's nice because if you want to flip it over and want to use the other paper, you can use the other paper too. I'm going to go ahead and use this side of the paper. But it's just easy to use. Let's see here. You can see my computer, so at least you know I'm working with the computer. Oops. Hello, Linda. I miss you. Oh my gosh. So we're just going to put a little adhesive here. So this actually has where you can build this in layers, and that's what I've done. So I'm not going to even try to go to my face today because I'm not sure if I'm going to lose everything total or what here. But so it actually just lines up right here. So there's a little bitty piece there that just pokes out of the little birdhouse. So this just lines up right nice with that. And that's like layer one. I've never, the only birdhouse I've ever built is actually a napkin holder my daughter built. So I can honestly say I've painted them, right? I've painted them, but I haven't built one per se. If I did, I don't remember when. Most probably when I was a wee lass in Girl Scouts, maybe. All right, so I'm taking this here, and this is also a die straight from the set. And we're just going to lay it on here just like this. It just gives it a nice little trim. Okay, now, it doesn't really die cut this part out here. So I've taken this here, and I've taken this as like 3/4, no it's not, it's like a little bit more, that's a smidgen more than 1/4 of an inch. So it's really 3/8 of an inch. So what we're going to do with this here is we're just going to layer it up here, and we're going to trim it off. Okay? And if we need to trim off the back, we will. And I do have, let's see, I don't have, I thought I had another birdhouse to do on the back side, but I don't. I'm looking at that right now, and I don't. So I'm just buttoning this right up next to here. Okay, now you could come over. So if you wanted to come over, let's just see how that would look. Okay, if we came over, we're just going to get a sliver. See, it's hardly even a sliver. So you'd have to like really like do it just about like this here. If you want a little bit of that brown to come through, we're just going to do it like this here. And I'm not going to worry about it because I can trim it, right? And then when I go and put this side up, I'm just going to butt it right next to it. So I'm comparing, just butt it up right next to this here. But I am going to make sure it comes over just a little bit on that brown there, because the brown's really an accent to make everything sort of pop, right? So we'll give that a moment to dry, and then we'll trim that off. Okay, so now I also have some little circles. So this is going to be like the little circle that looks right here into the birdhouse. Now, so when it die cuts out that little center right there. It looks like a little donut. So all we're going to do is take that little circle, and it's tiny. In fact, I wasn't sure if I was going to lose it before I did the live or not, because it's tiny. Looks like a piece of scrap that you would throw away. That's one of them. Let's see what's the other one. Shouldn't say anything. I see it now. Okay. So yes, I'm working on getting internet in the boonies, and that's not really the boonies. It's just acreage, right? But even they treat it like the country, even though I'm like 3 miles or less to the grocery store and everything else in the world. But anyway, that's just the way it is. So I'm supposed to be getting that rectified today. Okay, so I just wanted this to look like it was filled in, right? I didn't want really the little hole right there, because I have another little circle here that you could die cut out. And this is also out of wood. It's just a lighter wood. And I'm just going to set it down here as a perch for the bird. You can do it however high or low you want to do it. We just want to get it on the paper, right, so I can start drying. And we're going to cut this off. I might have to use my own stuff to clean my stamps, to clean my hands. Okay, so I'm just going to flip this over, right? I'm just going to trim it off. All right, so you see it looks like I'm just going to smooth out a smidgen. So that is one of the things about being able to do this on back and doing it with glue. And I didn't get this straight either. Looky here. Get so worked up over technology not working, right? Because it's like sort of like I talked to the guys yesterday about getting Wi-Fi. It's like, you know what? I expect things to work, right? We all expect things to work. We don't expect it to be rocket science. I might have to trim that one off just a little bit there, but I'm going to leave it for the moment because I like it the way it is. So, yeah, I need things to be simple. I don't need technology to be rocket science for me. Okay, so now we've got this here. So you're going to have to just work with me here because I've got flowers to add and birds to add, and I have no color. So we're just going to deal with it. Let me go ahead and get this on here. Now that I got it this far. And I'm just going to put it. So, you know, the thing is, if you don't have adhesive on your paper and you want to add it, then just use liquid glue, right? Liquid glue will get anything on there that you need to get on there. So that way you don't have to worry about like me. So if I completed that completely, I could have just done it like this. I wanted to go and see what it's going to look like. And I'm going to go and put this on this side, because that's, you have to sort of see what you're going to do to sit there and put your flowers on, right? Again, this is 3-inch paper. It's 3 inches across and 2 3/4 down. Let's see there. Okay, just make sure I got the directions on the same side, right? Because it's directional paper. I could have done it up and down, or I could have done it across. But it's the way I cut it and the way I wanted it. All right, so this little birdhouse is going to go in this treat holder just like this, but we're going to lift it just a little here, because I'm actually going to have the edges of the birdhouse being right there at the top. And I've gone, and this is nothing more than 1/4 of an inch that I cut, and I'm just going to take it and trim it and put it right there, okay? And then I can cut off the excess. I can cut it off now just to... All right, so I'm actually going to just put the tip of it down here in the center. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to put this like right here. So like I said, I'm just going to put it where it's sticking out like right there, okay? And yeah, I wasn't going to do it with dimensionals. I mean, I might sleep tonight and wake up in the morning and decide I really want to do that in dimensionals. At the moment, I really didn't. That wasn't really my game plan, okay? My game plan was definitely to get this on here, and my game plan is I really want one on back as well. So I will have to be sure to go back and die cut another one from the back. I wasn't going to recreate the whole thing, right? But I wanted at least the front and, you know, just at least have a house on back to go right there just to balance it. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put the bird here, right here, and I've got to color my bird. Oops. Okay, and then I have flowers that I'm going to want to add that I have to really and truly add color to as well, right? All right, so you're just going to have to bear with me and just, as I told my granddaughter, just sort of make believe with me, right? Knowing that we're going to fill in the gaps. Okay, then this is just flowers that are dies that I literally, this is actually, you can actually die cut cardstock and the DSP together. So actually what happened here is when you do that, see how that's stuck together? Let me get another one that got already separated. They're not really normally, I just got glue on my hands. See here. So you see I've got here. So there's a lot of detail. Now when you sit there, and this one's did the same thing too. I thought I had them separated. All right, well, I can go ahead and use them, but the paper's sort of like when I did it, so when I embossed the two papers together, that's just an easy way to sit there and get two things die cut at the same time. And let's see if it's going to separate for me. Okay. It's going to be one of those kind of days, right? It's like, oh, my word. So for all of you guys, but I mean, where I'm at right now, we're supposed to have 99% chance of rain tomorrow. So actually, I'm a woman on a mission because the fact is I want to get some things done before it starts raining. All right, we're just going to lay this down right here then because it's not separating real easy for me. But I just want to be sure to put a bunch of different flowers around here, and I wanted to put some of the new colors and see how they worked. And if I don't like how they work, I can take them off, right? So I was going to actually put some down here. 1, 2, 3. Trying to keep our numbers odds and evens. Okay, this one has nothing on the back of it. I'm not sure. I like the orange because it goes with this. This isn't actually orange. It's the new peach color. But I really like the other colors better. And I'm seeing if I like this any better or not. I'm not. I'm going to go with a variety, okay? And the thing is, we have enough bling out there that we can put something in the center of these with bling, right? So let me just go ahead and I'm going to put some little glue on here and then we're going to get these down. And I'm going to get some of these up here down too. And I'm actually going to put those flowers up on dimensionals. Let me get those up on dimensionals because I can color these. So when you want to know what I do when I sit there and have the blender pens or any of those kind of pens, right? The reason for it is like I can actually lift this up and put this on a dimensional like I'm doing right now, and you can still, right, color it. So, I mean, that's the beauty of it all. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on dimensionals for us. so you see how it's going to look. Then, like I said, I'm going to have to, I'm actually going to have to borrow some of Francine's stuff, since I didn't bring my whole creative area with me, right? So I'm just going to put this one here so it's going to come out and over. And I'm going to do the same thing up here, right? It's all about just giving it some depth perception. And just to give it that extra little something, right? And I'm just going to put this one over here too. I have this one coming down. All right. Now I can put the bird up higher. So if I want to put the bird up higher than the flowers, we can see how we like it. I'm just going to gently do it because that way if I have to take it off, I can. So we're just going to double stack, okay? So usually when I double stack, I usually just put the two together like this. So they look like this, side or side, so it just like looks like one, right? And I'm just going to have the little bird right out here. So it's just above everything else, right? So this is lifted. We're going to have some stuff that is flat. I really like this side, yeah. We're just going to have this flat. All right, so again, because we're going to have it flat, we're just going to do it with some glue. And I'm just going to do the center, right? Because when I get through with this, I can actually use a bone folder or a pencil or anything that's round to help me get those leaves to curl. But I'm going to have to get them to dry first. And like I said, I can sit there and put bling in there. So I'm just going to tuck this right down here. Okay. I don't know about you, but I have plenty of birdhouses at my house. So there we go. So it's not colored yet. I'm going to have to color it for you. But I just want to show you as it dries. And we can add more flowers if we want to. We might need to add a little bit of greenery as well, too. I might want some of that. But that's just a quick and easy way to make a treat holder. How cute is that? And I might trim that there right there because it's a little bit off. So if you have that happen, we're just going to take our scissors right here and then just take them, your paper snips, and get to as close to the edge as possible there without cutting the box itself. Okay? So there we go. We got us a cute little treat holder that we can put. I actually already have some ideas what I'm going to put in here. I am thinking pretzels dipped in chocolate, those big ones that's got the sprinkles on it. That's what's going to be in my birdhouse treat holder. What's going to be in yours? So anyway, did you feel that you've missed it just a little bit? Just take your paper snips, all right, because they're clean, they're sharp enough to give any kind of little details you want. And same thing here, anything that I want to trim off a little bit, I just come over the side and trim it off, right? Because that's what paper snips are good for. So I hope you enjoyed that because it's not that hard to make. Like I said, this is a 5.5 by 6 3/4. And all we've done is had some score lines here. I'll have to post the measurements because under all the pressure of trying to get live and the fact of yes, having technical issues. Let me go ahead and do that now because that's like going to bug me. Then so I sort of just put my notes down somewhere, but that's okay. I was trying to take new notes on what I needed to do to get the thing up and going. Now let's see if I felt it. So yeah, so you know, it's like anything else you create, right? We always try to hide our work. So that's what we try to do. And putting a glue dot in there, I'll just for the moment, since I have no goodies in there, and I'm going to be looking at this as I do stuff today, and I got to color it. It's like, oh my gosh, that'll be annoying. Okay, that's why I'm not getting that. Okay, let's get it that way then. Okay, there, I took care of it. Ah, yes. All right, so I hope you enjoyed that. You're not going to get to see my face right now because I am not sure what else I need to do to get this camera stuff to working. Hi, Lourdes. Thank you guys for watching. I'll get it colored, and I'll get it posted colored and get some bling in it. And you got to see when it's all completely finished, but at least you know how to make it, and you can make your own. All right, have an amazing week. Have an awesome day, and I'm just going to believe the rest of my day is going to definitely improve as the day goes on. So there you go. Be blessed. Look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.